Hi everyone, this is Akanksha, and welcome to the first episode of our playlist, Science the Brass Tacks. Here we are going to discuss all things science. And today we start from the most basic question, which is what is the world and what are we? It might sound like a very philosophical question, and while I would love to discuss that side, let us have an answer that is pure science and facts. Well, facts as we know them at this point in space and time anyway. We live on a small planet in this big universe. This is how our universe looks like as seen in this image captured by the James Webb Space Telescope. We can't even see our planet Earth in this picture. All we can see are different shiny glowing objects which are basically massive galaxies, and the dark background here is the dark matter. We will learn more about them in the future. But what would Earth look like from the space if we could see it? Let's check. Do you know what the farthest human-made object in space is? If you guessed it right, kudos. It's Voyager 1. It was launched in 1977, and check this out, after 47 years, as of July 2024, this human-made object is a whopping 24 billion kilometers, that is 15 billion miles away. But on Valentine's Day 1990, it was 6 billion kilometers, that is 3.7 billion miles away, which is about 40 times the distance between us and our sun. And when it was this far away, this is how the Earth looked like to Voyager 1. It's a pale blue dot among the bands of sunlight reflected by the camera. Can you imagine? Just a speck of dust in the vast scheme of universe. This is how Earth looks like from the moon. And this is how it looks like from our neighboring planet Mars, as captured by the Curiosity rover. This is our solar system with the sun in the center and the 8 planets revolving around it. Poor Pluto was dropped from the list. And here is how our solar system was made. About 4.5 billion years ago, a cloud of gas and dust in space collapsed, possibly due to a nearby supernova. Again, we will learn about what supernovas are in the future. So, as the cloud of gas collapsed, it started spinning and forming a central mass. This mass grew larger and eventually ignited to become our sun. The sun's heat blew away the remaining gas and dust. The leftover material formed smaller masses, which became our planets. These planets started orbiting the sun. This is how our solar system was created. And this is our sun. It's a star which is composed of 74% hydrogen, 24% helium, and just 2% of other heavy elements like oxygen, carbon, neon, and iron. Let us come back to our pale blue dot now, the Earth, our world, and everyone we have ever known was born here on this planet. All of our history has been here on this blue ball in space. And no matter where we go from here, we will always be human race from planet Earth. So what is our blue ball called planet Earth made up of anyway? It is 32% iron, 30% oxygen, 15% silicon, and 13% magnesium. So these are the main 4 elements that Earth is made up of. It goes around the sun due to gravitational forces, and so life as we know it thrives on Earth because it can derive this abundant energy from the sun. You might wonder how our solar system formed from one cloud, yet the sun is mostly hydrogen and helium, while Earth isn't. So during Earth's formation, it initially had hydrogen and helium like all other planets. However, because these elements are light, Earth's gravity couldn't hold on to them, especially given its smaller size. As a result, these gases escaped into space, leaving behind the heavier elements that stayed and became crucial for forming life on Earth. And finally, we come to us. What are we humans made up of? Well, 96% of our body is just made up of 4 main elements: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. These elements are the building blocks of our cells, tissues, and organs. And most of the food that we consume, all the proteins, carbs, and fiber, are made up of 3 main elements: carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. So these are the three elements that we run on. So as you can see, we are built on a few basic elements. Our entire universe, our entire world is made up of a bunch of elements, and different objects in the universe are just some or the other combination of these basic elements. All of us, no matter how old we are, whether we are boomers, millennials, or Gen Z, and whatnot, no matter what part of the world we come from, no matter what race, religion, or gender tag we carry, no matter what we do for a living, no matter what our dreams are, nothing and absolutely nothing can change the fact that we all are the same, made up of the same set of elements, thriving on the same basic three elements. We are in a giant universe on a pale blue dot, a blue ball that is majorly made up of eight elements. We breathe in this human body, which is majorly made up of four elements. That's all there is. The only thing that differentiates us from one another is our thinking. And as long as we continue to question science through our thinking, we will keep decoding the mysteries of our wonderful world. That's all for today. Cheers.